everybody, welcome back to Studio Lou. So I'm picking up today with the Traveler's Notebook Make Along with Wishes and Weeds. So yesterday I just felt like I really just wanted a little bit of like no camera, no nothing, kind of just making time, just doing some art. So I got caught up to today's prompt for the next pages. So I'll review those with you to show you what I did. But again, this isn't my tutorial, it's Nancy's, so I didn't want to do every page like a tutorial. I don't need to do that. So we'll review what I've done, and I'm making 2 of these. So first page was Edith Holden. Second page was this lace tuck, and over here some vintage ephemera, and then next page was the fun, I loved this one actually, pattern paper with a children's book page. And under here we have a pocket. I still need to put some ephemera and things in here. I did add this little cute sort of circular tag to this little tuck under here, so there'll be something in there, but I'm probably going to add more to it later, just from my ephemera. And then the next page, so that was the last one that I think I did with you on camera from yesterday's video. So I'll talk about what I did the next couple pages. So the next one was like a long book page, like a 12-inch kind of page, a regular page from a book, and you would reinforce the bends. Well, this bend I did with some washi tape, although this is quite strong paper, so really this is just decorative. And then on this side, this is pages 35 and 36, you were to do like a lace and fabric tab toward the bottom, so I did that. And this side just has this kind of tip out. So that is that page. And it goes right on here, like so. Then next page was to use some kind of like a pattern paper from like a coloring book or something. So I used this. It is from a coloring book. I'm trying to remember. Secret Garden, I think, is the coloring book, and I just kind of aged it and inked it. Then, so this is pages 19, 20, 37, 38. So on page 19, you were to use a photo, a piece of ephemera, and clip it on. So what I used for the ephemera is this 1979 Ontario Hand Weavers and Spinners little folder, and I cut it down a bit. These are like vintage Ontario hand spinning and weaving seminar, like they would send out monthly newsletters, and so this is the cover from that. And then inside, one of my favorite things about this newsletter is in the back they would always attach like a weaving sample, and so this is the or a spinning yarn sample, so that's the sample in this one. And then I used this adorable vintage photograph of this little person standing in a garden. Super cute. So those will go there, and they just clip on here like so with a paper clip. So that's that page instruction, and then I think that's all we had to do for this particular page. So that goes over here. And then this one, we were to use like a plain piece of paper, like some kind of dyed lined paper or plain paper. I use this fun coffee dyed paper. And so this page is, I'm trying to remember, these are 17, 18, 39, and 40 of the journal. So what we were to do is use a ruffle on this side. I just have to mess around with, there we go. A ruffle on this side of the page, and I used like this map kind of paper, or fabric rather, and then sewed lace down the front, and then you would use a bulb pin and a charm. I'm not sure if I have that in there properly. I probably need to reattach it so it lays flat. I think I did it a little wonky. There we go. I think it's kind of backwards. So let's just reattach that little bulb pin. There we go. Yeah, that lays a little flatter. Excuse me. Then on this page, we did like a fabric and lace kind of layered tag cluster, and that's been stitched on. So that is that page. Let me just pop it on there. And then, of course, because I'm doing 2 of these, I'll just give you a quick look at the other one. So to review, we started with our Edith Holden page, and vintage ephemera, and a lace tuck spot pocket. Then this fun page that I love. I think it's the children's book page that really makes me happy. So that's this page. This we all did on camera already. And then we start here. So this again is the 12-inch-ish book page, so that you have this outer flip tab. I used a page that's kind of about like Victorian kind of steampunk like creations. So on this side we were to have a lace tab. On this one I added some nice Japanese fabric and a little bit of a starched cotton crochet snowflake and this little rose wooden button. And so that is that page. And so that just pops on here. Then this is again another of the coloring book pages. I used the same book, actually the Secret Garden book. I just really like how the paper feels and looks, and this one had insects on it. And then for the ephemera on this one that's clipped on, I used this super cute old picture of this little girl in this very fancy chair. This is an old like postcard style photograph. And then I used this, which is another one of those like a fiber sample. So this is of different yarns and the dyes that they were dyed with. This is like a sample card that a dyeing company, a yarn company would send out with their yarn samples. So that is that page. That goes on here. Oopsies, what's this? Image coloring book. Oh yeah, okay, so that goes here. 19 is this one. 19, 20, 37, and 38. So this is the tag for 37, so it should actually be here. There we go. So then next page is this one, same as the other, with a ruffle down here and some lace. And on this charm I added this little, for this bulb pin I added this little star. This is off of a necklace that was broken. And then on this side, the tab lace cluster. Just use some kind of fun tulle sparkly fabrics. And the paper is cabbage dyed record keeping paper. And so that all goes together like that. So these two are good. They are good to go. We're going to move them out of the way for a minute. Okay. So today's brief basically was to use an envelope. The recommendation was to use like an envelope, a vintage one. If you had one, like a vintage correspondence envelope. Nancy uses like a really lovely old envelope that has like it's been addressed to someone. And so I didn't have any vintage business size letter envelopes, but I did have this envelope, which was actually the envelope that my son's birth certificate was mailed in, and it's this nice thick kind of paper. So I'm going to use this, and I inked it up, and on the back I covered all the private information with some actually nice handmade paper. And then the inside I'm gonna leave this little like symbol of the mail so that, you know, it's an envelope, we know that. So then the other one is a whole separate set of supplies. I'll show it to you as we make that one. I was thinking about maybe like each day I might make one ahead of time and then come back and make one with you. And then I'll show them both to you, kind of like having a prototype every day so that I'm not like forgetting my notes and running for supplies and things like that. But I think I'm organized today so I can do both and we won't take up a ton of time. So pages 15, 16, 41, and 42. So the brief for this one is on 15, we need an upper tuck pocket with lace and a tab at the top and a safety pin with a bead. So I decided to use this paper for the upper tuck pocket. So it will be like this. So then I just have to trim it to size here. So just make a little snippy. And then I'll just cut that. We should be able to cut that relatively straight. Okay, so that, and then it needs to have some lace at the bottom. So I was thinking this would be really pretty. So I'm going to stitch around that. So let me move my supplies from this, as well as my page prototype, over here, out of the way. And then my other supplies for this can just go up here for now. Scissors, and put this pen away. I also, for some reason, have my son's play remote control. I don't know why. Just move that out of the way too. And that's the pin. Okay. So I'm just going to pull the sewing machine ahead a little because we need to stitch this pocket with this lace. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to snip that off. I don't need to tie it or anything. I've back stitched. And we'll snip off the excess of the lace. Okay. So that's that pocket. And then I'm going to actually sew it onto the page as well. And we need this stitch. Okay, so there's that. Then it needs a tab on the top, and I do have fabric already for that. I've decided to use this little piece of like a crochet doily and this little piece of like, I guess it's like a leafy sort of piece of stem fabric. It's a little bit wonky. There we go. So I think I will just zigzag stitch on that. I'm trying to remember what side she put this tab on. I think I want to put it more on the outer side. Yeah, I'm going to put it more on toward the outside. Okay. I have a feeling she probably put it more toward the inside, but that's okay. Okay, so there's the tab for that one. And then the safety pin with a bead. Okay, so I can't remember if the safety pin goes in the, I think it goes in the tab. Possibly here though. Lace tab, safety pin with bead, tuck pocket with lace. I might stick it right here and then think about if I want it here, and if I want it maybe on the edge. Actually, I might do it here. That might be kind of cute with the color of the beads. Yeah. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to take the beads off for a second and then just decide on the positioning of my safety pin. If I want it here, it could go here, it could go here. Tough decisions. I think I want to put it here maybe. One. These are little beads from a necklace that I took apart. Although I do have a million beads because we have a really amazing bead store here well, in Toronto called Art and Beads, and it is an amazing bead store that I have used for years for my beads. Okay. Oh yeah, that's so cute. So cute. Okay, so that's that. Then let's see. 15. You know what I think I've done? Yeah, I think this was supposed to be on this side. It totally was. Yeah, because it's an outside pocket. So yeah, this is page 16. This is page 15. So I don't think there's a way to correct that by flipping it any which way. I'll do the next one the right way. We're just going to reverse what we do with the 2 pages. So what I was supposed to do on this page was to stencil the bottom, this area here. So we'll do that here. So I think I will use this stencil. And then I want to use like kind of a different color than what I've been using, and maybe I'll use blue because it just kind of goes with this overall page. So she kind of wanted to just do the corner of hers. I might do things a little differently because apparently I'm breaking all the rules anyways today, and yeah. I'll do the next one the same way that she did. This is what I'm saying. I need to make a prototype when I'm not filming because I can get a little bit wonky when I'm filming. It's okay. It all functions the same, right? So I'm not too concerned. And also, I think had I not done that, I wouldn't be using some blue in here, and I'm kind of happy about that. Okay, so there's some stenciling. Now this up here just feels naked to me, I think, if I don't do something. So I'm going to do something with it. Now that it's blank and on its own and white, it needs some love. So we're just going to extend the stenciling a little more. There we go. Okay. So that's the stencil for that one. Just use your imagination that those are in reverse on those 2 pages. Okay, so page 41, it was like a scrunched letter on the edge, then a small corner card tuck with ephemera in it, and page 42 is just left alone. So I think something that I just want to do real quickly is just stitch a line of stitches up the side of this, just because. There we go. I just wanted something on this page because like it's paper glued on paper, so I feel like it's a little more secure too, or it feels more like sturdy and nice. Okay, so I'm going to go back on theme, like the way that I should be working on this, with 42 being left alone and this being 41. So Nancy had a letter, like a handwritten kind of like receipt with a weird recipe on it. And she just kind of scrunched it up like this because it was old. And like she recommended that because it kind of gives it like an older kind of feel. I don't have anything like that that's old. I just don't have any like, I do have like some handwriting in a ledger book and stuff, but I think the paper's a little too delicate to be crumpled like that, and so yeah, I'll probably end up using some of that later in the journal too, depending on what the prompts are. But I wanted to use something kind of fun, and I've got this little battleship card, and then I thought it would be good for this because what she does with it, she just kind of folds it. Like hers is a little kind of haphazardly folded because it's not a square. And then she just sticks it like this and leaves it sticking out a little bit like this kind of, and glues it down. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I need to grab my glue book so I don't get glue everywhere. This is actually like a little battleship from a McDonald's Happy Meal. So that's okay. Okay, so maybe like right like this, and oh, we need to pull it out a little bit though, and glue it down to itself like this. Oh, but you know what? I think I made a boo-boo because it's just the day to make boo-boos. It might need to go up a little higher if we want to see it, because I have to put, yeah, let's just rearrange here a little, no big deal, there. So I want it a little bit higher because I want to be able to see a little more of it, because we're putting an upper, like a tuck down here. So I guess it's still visible on this side anyways, so you don't really need to be concerned. I'm just going to grab, sorry for the arm, baby wipe, so that I can just wipe that excess glue. Your baby wipe. Okay. So let's just wipe a little bit here without messing up too much. There. That's better. No more sticky. Now, for this, she suggested using like a small card down here. I forget what she uses, some kind of a little card. But what I have are these Crazy Eights cards. I also have like animal cards like this. These are from 2002. And they're just kind of different characters. I think I like the Jester. There's some that I don't really think are that great, but I like the Jester one. The clown is cute, but I think I'm going to go Jester still. Oh, this one has a bee. Maybe we'll use that in the other journal. Yeah. Okay. So we've got our card. Move those over here. Just put this lid back on this glue. All right. So now I need to just glue this like an L shape in these two corners. Do that with art glitter glue, which I did not remember to actually refill. I meant to refill all my glue bottles yesterday and I did not do it because I ended up going out last night. I forget what I went grocery shopping. That's what I did. It's supposed to snow tonight here, and then I guess like tomorrow is what, Friday, it's a holiday here, and then Saturday apparently we're going back into lockdown for 28 days, but it's not really lockdown. It's like, I call it mockdown because it's not lockdown. Oops, I just glued the wrong sides. What is wrong with me today? I was so planning to be organized today too. I had all these like ideas of being organized, and there's just something discombobulating lately. I don't know. Okay, let's try again. It's these two sides. Let me just grab that baby wipe again. Thank goodness for baby wipes. And these cards are kind of like vinyl on the back, so they are easy to clean. Okay, again. Let's just try that again. But anyways, yeah, we're going back into like mock down tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know. I think if we would just go into an actual lockdown, we would probably be in a much better situation, but the world is just, I don't know. It's getting worse. Things are just getting worse here. Okay, so that is done. And then I might, where's my yellow? There it is. There's my ink and my ink dauber. I didn't ink the card. I think I might just add a little, just to give it kind of some fun color. Maybe do a little here too, just for the fun of it. There we go. Now we need ephemera to put in this pocket. And what did I have set aside for that? Let me double check. I think I have like a postcard and a photograph. Let's just push the sewing machine back a little so I can reevaluate. Here we go. Okay, so what I have are, this is a postcard. It's from a Flow magazine, so it's not vintage, but it is nice, and I think it will be applicable to my vacation. So I'm going to have to trim it down a bit. I just want to get an idea of about how much. So yeah, about right, I think. I'm going to do it on this side, but about that much. So probably right to the edge of this table. Yeah. There we go. I'm just going to take a leap of faith and cut. And then I'm going to straighten my edge a little, because I can see I just kind of, there we go. That's better. And then I want to clip the corners, just because it does give it a little bit of a vintage feel when the corners are clipped. I just like how that looks. Then we'll get some distress ink and just give it a little bit. And if you did want to make this like look a little more vintage, I'm not too concerned. You could actually cover the back with like coffee dyed paper, and then you would lose the like Fly magazine info here, but I don't care about that. So we're going to tuck this right on in here like so. I'm not going to push it too far right now though, because I want the glue to just fully dry. And then the other thing I have is this super cute vintage photograph. It's from June of 1955 of this little cutie with a dog and some beautiful tulips in the background. And I'm so loving that I get to use these in this project. I'm so happy about it. So there we go. That is how this page is supposed to sort of look, except that is supposed to be in here, that is supposed to be out here, which would actually make a great deal more sense, because it's all on the inside, you know, not, there should be something maybe on the outside, but that's fine, it doesn't really matter. Let's make the other one and do it properly. Okay. Let's just do it now. So let me grab my paper. So here we go. Now, I need to grab a stencil. Hold on. Okay, sorry that took a moment. But I wanted a sort of a specific one. So I know this is kind of jarring to look at. Let me flip it over. And I want to stencil this one, I think, in yellow. The amber color, whatever it's called. Fossilized amber. Let's do that. So then I just have to decide what I want on the page. And I think probably this, but I don't want the butterfly. I want everything else. Let's just... Oh, you know what? I'm using the wrong tool. Oops, silly. There we go. You really need to use like a makeup brush to stencil paper. You don't want to try to use one of those little blenders. They don't reach through very well. And they also don't pull the ink off of the stencil. Like there's a lot of ink already on your stencil. You don't need to like keep applying as much. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we can do the first page. I wanted to do that, so I made sure that I didn't muck it up. And for this pocket, this upper tuck pocket, I want to use this. So I'm going to see if it'll tear nicely. It did. Then we have to snip it down to the size of this paper. So we just got to snip this. And I want to add a little bit of ink just to distress it a little. Okay. Then we need our lace for this pocket, which is this that I want to use. And I just want it on the edge like that because I don't want to cover up that whole umbrella. I really like how that umbrella looks. So we need the sewing machine again here. So let's move all this out of the way. Back to straight regular stitch. Okay, just making sure everything is lined up correctly here. Because I just want this on the very edge. Back stitch. Okay, scissors. Snip these threads. And just cut the excess lace off. Okay, there's that. Then we need the tab. So for this tab, I'm going to use this matte paper. I'm going to put this one on the inside, I think. I just have to probably shorten it a little bit. It's probably a bit long. Let's just see. Yeah, we'll shorten that by about a little over an inch. Let's get the stray threads off here. And I just want to rip this other edge here so that it is ripped on all edges. Maybe we might not be able to. I think this cotton might be a little too thick. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we'll snip it kind of roughly. There we go. And then we'll get some fraying going on. There we go. So that's one way to do something. There. Then I might actually just throw a little ink around the edges of this to just give it some age and bring out the map a little better. There we go. And the lace that I chose for this is this. I don't know if I'll use the whole piece. So this will go here. Then probably just the no. Maybe just the center of it. Yeah, just the center. I'm actually going to ink this lace. I think it needs some color. Needs a bit of age. I have to get around to tea dyeing more of my laces and things. Okay, so let's just bring this tab up to about, say, there. And then this maybe like this. Yeah, okay. So let's stitch that on. Okay, so we have our lace tab. Oh, I still need the machine. Where am I going? Where are you going? All right, because we have to stitch this onto here. So, okay. And this is an upper tuck, so we have to stitch it here. Okay. Here we go. So that's that. Then, so we've got 15 upper tuck envelope tab. Oh, and we need the safety pin. Sorry, I'm just referring to my like list o things as I'm going here. This I don't need anymore. Let's get it out of here so we keep everything logical. So this is an old safety pin, an old gold one that I have some sequins on. So I'm just going to pop it right up here. I'm going to take the sequins off. That's a lot easier to just get this in like that. And then these are like nice little pink iridescent sequins instead of beads. Thought it would be nice to have a little bit of like a glittery bit on here, but not too loud, just kind of subtle. Here we go. On you go. There. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to just lay that down. Okay. So then we've got page 15 done, page 16 we did already. Now page 41, the scrunched letter. This time I'm going to use something a little bit different. So this is actually vintage. This is from 1985, Walt Disney, from the film Return to Oz. And this is a Topps, like it would have cards, trading cards, and bubble gum inside. So what I want to do with it is just kind of tear the unnecessary edges off. I want to keep the like the barcode and the information. And then this, I don't really know that scrunching it will really do a whole lot. We'll see. It might give it, oh it did, it gave it a nice wrinkling. So that's good. So then we just want to kind of smook this on here. I think I'm going to do it like this, and so that he is mainly visible on the back. So let's get the glue and glue this on. I'm so happy to have a project to use these kind of weird personal things that I've kept. Like prior to like making journals and stuff, I kept a journal, but never one that I really kept a lot of like junk that I keep kind of ephemera in. But now it's like a whole new world. So I'm so stoked to be like making journals like this to document all my trips. And I'm thinking about like, as life moves on, how fun it's going to be to have that kind of stuff, that kind of stored ephemera and journaling stuff. Okay, so we've got that on. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. Now we need this, this card. We want it this way. Before I do it though, let me just double check I'm not missing anything. I'm not. I will ink that after I put it on. Okay. And we're gluing the right side this time. Everything's going to get done properly with this one. Okay. Plunk that there. Wipe the excess glue. I got a little glue happy there. Happens to the best of us. Okay. That's all I need the glue for, I think. Okay. There we go. And I need to throw away this glue page that you can't even see, but it's unlucky. Okay, and then I can push the sewing machine back out of the way. I do have some other things that I need to work on today too, so I might make another video. We'll see. We will see. I need to get working on those poison garden journals. I know they're kind of, they keep getting put back on the back burner of the stove here, but we will get to them. They're getting close to finished, to be honest. Okay, so then we need ephemera for this. Now I have this. I'm not sure if it's going to be too thick though to go in here. So this is a really thick card. Like I was thinking of maybe pulling the layers apart, but also I don't really want to mess it up. It's from Underwood and Underwood Publishers, New York, London, Toronto, Canada, Ottawa, Kansas. Barney's Blarney, copyright 1897 by Strohmeyer and Wyman. So yeah, it's really cool. It's like that, oh, there we go. Oh, that's actually so great that I just did that. It's going to sit flat now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some ink on there because, yeah, I just kind of popped it a little. Yay. I was like, how am I going to flatten this out? It's so thick, right? I don't want to bend it that way because we cracked the picture, but now I've got this like little stress mark kind of, which is totally okay. I'll just cover the paper core a bit and I will ink around it, which I was planning to do anyways, because that'll fit a lot flatter. Okay, so that's actually kind of a weird tip. If you have a really thick stereogram like this, if you just kind of gently pop it like that, you're going to make a bend. See, I mean, some people would be upset. They feel like it's like damaging it. You're just going to do this. That's all it does. But then look, it sits so much flatter. It's not like as curvy. So yeah, happy accidents. So just kind of rub this in a little. And then I'm just going to kind of finger press the seam. Now I still think, I don't know if it's like, this is a lot thinner than this. I don't think it'll hold it, but maybe. I can also put it in my book press. Actually, no. There we go. Yay, that will actually totally hold that. I'm happy. Okay, So we're ahead of ourselves. Now I need to put this in here. And yeah, we will need to trim that one a bit too. It's another one of those postcards. So let me just grab my trimmer and we'll trim a bit off of the edge of that. There we go. Think about that will be good. Pop that off. Okay. And then we'll ink this one too. Okay. And that means I can put another piece of ephemera in this little card pocket, which is nice because maybe I'll put another photograph in there. All right, so there's that. Let me just pop this up. Just make sure it's a little bit like the glue got out too far. Let me double check and make sure. I'm just going to lift it a little. Yeah, I think the glue's a little too far. It's kind of, let me see. Art glitter glue really sticks. So if we want to, yeah, we want to pull this up, we better do it now. Yeah, see how much it sticks to the paper? It's amazing like that. But what we'll do is just completely like reestablish the glue here. Where's my baby wipe? Right here. I'm just going to wipe the glue back off of the vinyl. I'll leave it where it's stuck to the paper. That's fine. No big deal. Again, this journal is for me. I don't need to be all stressed out about these little things. It's just because I had a little too much glue, so it bled a little too much forward. It's really important with these glues that you not use too much. Because it will just stick really well and it will bleed forward. Okay, well, while that's drying again, we'll let this sit and I'm going to round the corners again. I have to throw a little ink on there because I forgot to round the corners first. There we go. And then we'll grab a photograph, and I actually have one. This one here I think would be really pretty. It's just this girl. It is from 15 out of 542. It doesn't have a year. Musta Caranal. Yeah, I mean, this is from somewhere not in this country. I don't know where it's from. Maybe potentially Ukrainian. We'll just have to not know the mystery, but it's really a beautiful picture of this lady. She's like maybe graduating. It's got a little bit of a rusty spot on it. There we go. I'll just get that off. I remember where I got this. And it's an antique store that I loved that unfortunately closed down at the beginning of the pandemic. But he was smart because he didn't get like super affected by the financial issues that all these businesses are having. Because he just was able to kind of get out quickly and not be robbed of all the rent that is being charged to these retailers. Okay, so we have this card and we have this photograph, and we're going to plunk both of them in here like that. I'm not going to push them down super deep because the glue, it's dry, but you'll just give it a little bit of time. So there, that's how you're supposed to make this one. I'm really happy with that one. So let's reconnect both of them with their books. So this one and this one. Okay. So this one, I think we will do this. Yep. Yeah, that would be good. And then this one, we will do this. Okay, so it is chugging right along. This process is just coming along. Oh, hold on. I think I put this in upside down. I did. There we go. There. Okay, so 2 traveler's notebooks following along with Wishes and Weeds for this make along. I will link to her videos. I'll link to her channel in the description box to her original video where she starts to talk about this journal and begins the tutorial process. So far, I'm really loving this. I think it's a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you for hanging out and watching me fumbling around here today. I will be back probably a little later, maybe with a different video. I don't know. But at minimum, I will be back tomorrow to do the next part of this journal. So again, thank you so much. Please subscribe, click the little notification bell to know when I make new videos. And you can find all of my social media information down below in the description box. Thank you so much. Bye for now.